Hello.
Hi, Nanaba.
This is my official debut on the Nsarkoh YouTube channel.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday. What's something you wish 56-year-old you could say to 18-year-old you?
I think you should just enjoy the strength and good health, which I did. I think the main difference between being 18 and being 56 is the strength of the body. When you look back, most of the time what you miss is the energy with which you could, do a lot of stuff and handle a lot of stuff, which I can still handle a lot of stuff, as you know, but now I have to be a bit more methodical about it, just to make sure that I transfer the load more to the mind than to the body.
So do you miss being a kid when it was your birthday?
Well, kid, yeah, like 7, 8, 9, that type of age. But teenage, I think it used to pass without ceremony. Was my birthday, was it not in school?
Times.
I don't even remember, but I was in boarding school, as you know, most of the time.
Let's dive into that boarding school topic. Why didn't you send me to boarding school, but you went to boarding school your whole high school career?
I mean, I probably could not say I'm going to find a boarding school just because it's boarding and send you there.
So why wasn't boarding a priority to you?
Boarding was mostly an advantage for making friends and
Is it?
bonds.
I thought boarding is about responsibility.
I'm not so big on what I think my mother trained me on most of what I can do. I'm not, I don't know, boarding school definitely did not teach me how to do chores differently from how I did them in my mother's house. Maybe cutting grass.
Did you ever cut grass outside of boarding school? I feel like that is so extreme. Like they are making you cut the grass.
I mean, in my mother's house, I don't think we had a lot of grass that I can cut.
So you weren't cutting grass in your house?
No.
I don't think it's like...
But as for watering flowers and scrubbing bathrooms and sweeping and ironing, that's exactly what I was doing at home. So did I say?
So you didn't send me to boarding because you felt like I could do all these things? Like you could teach me how to do all these things?
Yeah, I will not send you to boarding to go and learn chores. I mean, to learn chores, I need to teach you how to do the chores. But obviously, to form bonds with people, I think you were also doing fine without boarding school.
So you think bonds is like the main benefits of boarding?
For me, yeah, it was mainly that, because I was doing chores at home, and responsibility. Boarding also has responsibility. You have to survive based on what food you have, what money you have. You have to survive. And that one, I honestly think that as you grow up, look, survival is something that is part of the creation of the spirit.
Meaning what?
Yeah, I mean, nobody dies just by not using their wisdom.
So, as you have been begging me for this YouTube video, what is it that you want to discuss? Do you speak about politics on this channel? Or is that a topic you avoid?
No, I don't zero in on politics, but it definitely comes up from time to time. But I don't.
Should we discuss politics today?
Oh yeah, anything you want to discuss.
Why didn't you vote?
Look, I'm disillusioned.
Meaning?
So when the Fourth Republic started, I was a university student like you, and I was very fired up about it. And then my expectations have just constantly dwindled.
Oh, Ghana. So what, like you've lost hope in the country?
No, I've not. But I feel that something other than the activity of politicians and political parties must also become important. Because if we focus on that side alone...
But aren't they the ones who control the whole country?
You are right. But I do not see the process moving as forward right now. Whereas I think my experience is better deployed in private sector, innovation,
but like
research, that type of thing.
Don't you think our current president is doing a better job than the last? Me, I don't know much, please. But like what I know is after Corona, $1 was almost $20 cedis, and today $1 is like 10 cedis, and I think that's a big jump in a short time.
I mean, you asked me, do I discuss politics on the channel? And now you've really taken me into this versus this. Like you said, the last election I didn't vote. And I don't think the next one I'll vote either.
So you don't like the options currently?
No. I feel we need to focus on something outside of the party politics now.
But why don't you like the options? So even right now, you don't like the options, even after this current option, he's kind of doing well, or?
You are really forcing me.
we said we're coming to discuss. Like,
I mean, look, let me tell you something. When things get down to a certain level, as in sink to a certain level, I get very worried about celebrating small gains, because we are looking for, at the moment, we need a transformation. The issues of the economic collapse of 2022, I mean, those are bad memories. The macroeconomic, now I'm getting, but you did some economics, so at least you know macro and micro.
Yeah.
So the macroeconomic gains, or the progress in that is undeniable. Am I going to vote because of that? Is that, I mean, if that is the question, then it's a resounding no.
But the point is that progress is being made.
But not enough.
But small progress is better than no progress, which is what was happening before. The last president, you voted for him. So I don't understand why you wouldn't vote for this one when this one is doing better than the last.
Well, look, in 2016 and 2020, yes, I voted. Yes, I was disappointed. That's the truth. Now, the same options will present themselves or they presented themselves in 2024 and might present themselves again in 2028.
It wasn't the same though, because 2024 was Bawumia versus Mahama.
Yeah.
And 2020 was Akufo-Addo versus Mahama. So that's not the same.
Yeah, so let's say 2028 will be two new faces, because I think Mahama is also retiring. And I'm just saying that where we've gone in this Fourth Republic is full circle. My point is that I support the Republic, I support the Constitution and the process of electing leaders. Me, I am so disillusioned by what is happening in that space, particularly corruption, particularly corruption.
But
And
do you understand, like, okay, no, let me not say that. But like, there is a reason why you vote. You vote.
to
You know,
choose the
I don't
better
under-
of two evils and that kind of.
I'm coming to get into that. I don't understand why we force ourselves to make a top two. Like, if we know the top two both have their very bad sides, why don't we go for the third option?
Because there's no viable third option.
CPP.
Where is CPP?
Cheddar.
I don't even know whether they had did they have a candidate in the last election? I don't know. To be honest.
But that would be sad though. That's Nkrumah's party.
Is it? Like,
Isn't it?
look, I feel like the politics right now does not represent much.
You don't like any of the options at all, not even just the top two.
No, I don't. Right now, I'm not in that, because that's for the other options. Some of them I even sometimes think are funded by the top two. I don't know, but that's what it looks like sometimes.
Conspiracies. Let's not get too much into that one.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm just trying to have a life here. But I think the things that I understand, innovation, engineering, telecommunication, banking, manufacturing. So that is also needed. Don't you think those are also needed? Like, does everybody have to be talking about it?
But
voting?
I don't get it. Like, the president, is he not in charge of the public and private sectors technically?
He is. But if I cannot influence what the president is doing, and if the only thing is...
the point is you can, because that's the whole thing about voting.
Oh, I honestly don't think it's enough. Like,
so what, you're encouraging your, how many, 1,600 subscribers that are voting?
No, they should vote. They should all vote.
So why are you telling people
You too, you should vote. You are also a voter. Will you vote?
Why don't you vote if you want others to vote? I don't understand.
Because I've decided that my heart cannot handle the cycles. I don't have the...
I don't know what you're talking about.
The energy for the heartbreaks. It's a question of what I can handle, right?
At least try.
I've tried since 1992.
But don't give up. Like, you vote till you die.
Oh, no, I don't believe so. Like, you guys should get onto the ladder. See what works for you. But me, what I've seen, I've kind of figured that, well...
This mentality, let me tell you something. This mentality is why countries don't grow. Because the older people, you guys underestimate how many you are. Like, I think...
We are not that many.
I think younger are the majority of Ghana. But, like, you guys are still a good portion. And, like...
Do you know that the percentage of Ghanaians who are younger than me is 92%? Or let's say 90%.
The girl has not
90%.
finished. The girl has not finished their point.
Oh, sorry.
So, but I feel like you guys are educated. You guys have gone through things. You guys have actually seen things live. Like, let's dissect into John Jerry Rollins, because you guys lived through that. As young people, we did not live through that, and that's why those who did not live through it, they praise him. But what you guys saw, like, you understand, it's different when you live through it. And like the mentality of, oh, I've given up, it's not good, because then you don't tell the stories anymore as well. I don't know, like, the Ghanaians have some like mentality of like someone who says something and they know they don't agree with it and they know their side is right, but instead of saying something to oppose that something the person has said, they'll just be like, You do a lot. Like, I feel like somebody could be right in front of you talking about how John Rollins was the best thing for Ghana, and you will just be saying, You won't say like what you saw.
Because at this stage, what are we going to?
Because some people genuinely might not know.
If they want to know, they will know.
Bro,
people fight about. People say that you should get into an argument so that they can educate themselves.
It's not about arguing; it's about education.
Yeah, but we cannot educate if we are clashing. At least I don't believe in that method. Like if somebody is...
No, like if somebody comes to you and says, this John Rellis guy, he was so good for Ghana, like blah, blah, blah. Then you can say like, well, me personally, when I was growing up, I saw him doing this and this and that.
Yeah, but sometimes preconceived ideas, they get in the way. Like somebody believes...
You feel like you cannot change their mind.
Yeah. Let me give you an example. In the 1990s, the competition between Apple and Microsoft, it was just crazy. I remember one of my European professors, I asked him his view on it. And he said, don't even analyze it. It's a religion. That's what I remember that was his answer. Because the Microsoft people actually hated the Apple people, as in the users, the user communities, and vice versa. And there was too much passion in the arguments and very little logic.
Okay.
So,
okay, I understand.
Got to a point, well, Ghanaian politics has become like that.
But I still feel like you should try.
Or politics Republican and Democrat, a lot of the politics in the world is also
I'm afraid of discussing America, please. I want my visa. So I will be quiet. I still feel like you should try though. Like, if
try what? Go and vote?
Yes, and also...
Or talk about politics?
Both. I mean, I'm not saying you should become a public debater, but I'm just saying, like... If
I write a lot, right?
I'm aware.
But it's research. So I'm not in the business of recruiting people at the moment to my ideas, right? I'm putting my ideas out there. I'm publishing them. I'm putting them in accessible places.
Oh, guys, be sure to comment, like, what your opinion is on what we're talking about right now, by the way. This is how you do YouTube.
So, well, I mean, that's... I think I'm not in an evangelistic mode about this is how things must go from a thought process, because I feel as if the more it means to me, the more it means to a politician who to deny it. It seems almost illogical, but if I say today that our way forward is to grow innovation, put capital into it, and to scale it to get jobs. That is all my summary of what I want for Ghana. One sentence. Somebody too feels for them to get their point across, they must social climb mine, which means hit it down, use it to grow some different agenda that they have in mind.
But like that point you just made, there's a right answer and there's a wrong answer. Like, how can somebody hit that point down? I don't get. Like, then they are wrong. Yeah, what you are saying
sounds
is
obvious to you.
Nobody is wrong. But me, I believe there's a right opinion and a wrong opinion.
But it sounds obvious to you, but it may not sound obvious to somebody else. Or somebody might even pretend it sounds obvious to them, but in actual fact, they just want to use it to go and steal money or do something else. It's reached a point now where I can't expend my energy following all sorts of agenda. People who are perhaps just bashing what you are saying for another reason other than what it is.
I'm saying what you are saying is, I think, is different. You are saying you don't want to use all your energy on that. I'm saying at least try. Like, if you talk and they don't hear you, then you've done your part. If you vote and you don't get what you want, you did your part though. Because who knows, like, your vote could be the one vote that tips the scale.
Well, then the scale should dip. Like, wherever it was going to tip from my vote, it can dip in the other side.
Why?
Because at the moment, as far as I feel worse about investing energy in analyzing who to back and then going to back somebody who did not have any intention of implementing what.
This is trauma. So this is all related to to NPP? Like you put your time into them and they didn't give you what you wanted, basically.
No. That's not a fair assessment.
So then, where is this
That's not
fear
a fair
coming
assessment. Like, I saw the Third Republic. I was a small boy, but I saw it.
from? Do you ever think there will be ever military?
I pray not, honestly. Yeah, I don't wish that on my worst enemy, military rule. You know. And, nowadays, young people talk about it. You know, people just say things. Maybe that's what will help us. And I'm like, well, it's easy to clamor for what you don't know. But the military have no business in politics. I don't think it's something that takes anybody anywhere. So, yes, I've seen the process go up and come down many times. The traditions of Ghana have always been two. You know, as to what you call them is always different. But they've always been two. Do you know the history of the parties?
No.
Do you want to know? Well, you see...
Summarize history.
You see, obviously, under British rule, the first people who could oppose the British were the educated people. So, big lawyers, John Mensah Saba and so on, they filed cases in the London courts, challenged the right of the colonial authorities to do certain things. So they were leading the campaigns, right? But let's say in the late 1930s to 1940s, political parties started to be part of or let's say political movements at the time, until the formation of what was probably the first big one. I don't know what was the first, but the first big one was the United Gold Coast Convention. So that's the beginning of the history. But Kwame Nkrumah was recruited to that party as, I think, General Secretary or something. And then he detected that now that independence was close, the masses, the common people, all the citizens wanted to be part of the movement. They wanted to be part of the process. But these, I don't know whether elite is a good word, but let's say the people who were already in the movement have a broad structure for including everybody. So he broke away from that party and formed the CPP, what you mentioned. And CPP gained membership very quickly and gained support and became the winner.
Sorry, were you alive when Kwame Nkrumah was alive?
Oh, how?
Okay, sorry, I was just checking.
No.
So you know that...
Well, when Kwame Nkrumah died, I was alive.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the history of the parties. That once Nkrumah formed that, let's call it mass party, and then the UGCC, which was what was there before, became like the other party. Our history has always been around there being two bodies like that. As to now, which one is mass, which one is not mass, that kind of thing, it's a bit all over the place. But there's always been two.
But why is there that structure in countries about the two parties thing?
Every country has its unique history and why they have what they have. I cannot I can guess, but I cannot explain the dominance of the Conservatives and the Labour in the UK, or the Democrats and the Republicans in the United States politics. But actually, it's also what they say, left wing and right wing. Some people believe that the private sector and the people who have the money should be encouraged to grow, and then they will employ the rest. Some people also feel that the interests are not convergent.
What's your wing?
Me, I don't have a wing.
This is your neutral life.
I don't have a wing, because I think, most of the time the truth gets lost in history. The people who claim they are for they are left wing and they are for the people and whatever, they sometimes get access to power and they do things that are worse than what they were criticizing. And then the people...
I feel like everything changes once you have money. Like, unfortunately, like, the world revolves around money. So, like, once you have the money, it's just like nowadays, your problems that you used to care about, they don't affect you again because you have money.
Which problems?
Like left-wing problems.
Hey, me, I have money.
No, I'm saying not you, like in general, you. I'm saying once someone has money, the problems they used to care about, it doesn't affect them again.
Well, that depends on whether they ever cared.
If the problem is if they are not giving clean water to your neighborhood, and that problem is affecting you, okay. But if you move out to that neighborhood, you get money, you move out, you have a nice house with nice clean running water. Who says you care about that neighborhood again?
There's a different type of sentiment. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's a bit like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a human society that operates that way is a jungle.
But that's me personally. I feel like that's how I view the right wing. Like, money is the main goal.
Well, you see, I don't believe in these wings, to be honest.
Oh, my battery is almost done.
Anyway, I guess we've covered everything.
Okay, guys, stay tuned for part 2. Happy birthday to Eric and Nsarkoh. Say happy birthday in the comments, please. Thank you for having me, Eric and Nsarkoh. I hope to come back soon. Okay, so guys, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. What else do they need to do? Share this with a friend. Tell them to subscribe as well.